Today, I have prepared a very useful topic for you. Secret vitamins will stop weakness in the legs forever. Stay with us. It will be interesting and useful.
Picture a chilly autumn evening in a small town outside Boston, where older folks like my neighbor Mary Johnson suddenly find their legs giving out at the most unexpected times. She was strolling down the familiar path to the grocery store, and all of a sudden, her knees buckled, the world tilted, and she nearly tumbled. But this isn't just a fluke. It's a warning sign of a lurking danger that sneaks up quietly, like a shadow at dusk, and could strip away one's self-reliance. I'll share with you a tale about how 3 straightforward compounds, taken right before bedtime, can turn this ordeal around, bringing back vigor and assurance. But first, let's dive into why this happens, and I'll cite examples of actual people I know whose lives transformed thanks to these revelations. A lot of people believe that feebleness in the legs is an unavoidable companion of aging, but the reality runs much deeper. It's a subtle shortage of 3 essential nutrients that the body craves for rebuilding leg power specifically during the night. These elements are natural, readily available, and don't generate huge profits for pharmaceutical giants, so they're seldom mentioned in ads or during doctor visits. Yet science is relentless. A lack of one of them triples the chance of tumbles after 60 years old, slows muscle repair by 37%, and boosts cramps in the legs by 42%. Today, I'll reveal the primary one, which, as studies indicate, boosts strength by 31%, but only a few seniors consume it. Why? Because the real cause isn't easily fixed with money. Without these compounds, the legs, your foundation, start to deteriorate. Muscles fail to mend. Nerves don't relay messages. According to recent 2024 research from Frontiers in Endocrinology, seniors with low levels of these nutrients face severe issues with the musculoskeletal system, but timely replenishment can alter everything. Adding to this, a new 2025 study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society highlights that vitamin deficiencies contribute to over 50% of fall-related injuries in U.S. nursing homes, emphasizing the need for targeted supplementation. Based on astonishing fresh statistics, including a 2025 review from the Journal of Gerontology, I'll list the 3 top nutrients that every senior over 60 should ingest before sleep to swiftly reclaim leg power. All of this is backed by investigations, and you can verify it yourself. Let's start with the third in the lineup, which few seniors get enough of. The third spot goes to cobalamin. Most seniors are aware of it, but hardly anyone grasps how crucial it is for sturdy legs, steady movement, and overnight muscle renewal. When cobalamin levels drop, legs begin to falter, not just due to muscle loss, but because of disrupted communication between the brain and legs. Cobalamin functions like a power line, linking muscles and neurons. Ultimately, this leads to weakness, instability, and in the worst scenarios, hazardous falls. The issue is that after 60, the body absorbs cobalamin less efficiently from food. It's not your fault. As years pass, the stomach produces less hydrochloric acid needed to release cobalamin from proteins. Even if you consume plenty of meat, fish, or eggs in New York supermarkets, the gut might not extract the necessary elements from muscles and nerves. According to the National Institutes of Health, up to 43% of adults over 60 have low or borderline cobalamin levels, and many are unaware. Symptoms creep in slowly. First, numbness in the feet, then tingling, followed by stiffness in the calves. And one day, trying to stand, the knees give way. A 2024 study from PubMed Central in the U.S. reported that among American seniors, cobalamin deficiency affects nearly 40% in urban areas like Chicago, leading to increased healthcare costs from fall-related hospitalizations. Why does this occur? Cobalamin is involved in constructing and maintaining the myelin sheath, the protective coating on nerves. With low cobalamin, these nerves weaken. If the nerves controlling the legs are damaged, brain signals don't reach them, resulting in sluggishness, unsteady gait, dragging feet, and nighttime leg cramps, signs resembling early Parkinson's or diabetic nerve damage. A 2017 study in neurology tracking 25,500 seniors showed that low cobalamin raises fall risk by 60% and walking problems nearly threefold. But the key is timing. At night, the nervous system repairs itself. The body runs nocturnal repair cycles in the legs, replacing damaged nerve tissue and resetting muscle signals. Without cobalamin during this period, nerves don't get the required rest. Thus, cobalamin before bed is critically important. It delivers nourishment straight into the bloodstream. Unlike stimulants like caffeine, cobalamin promotes calm brain function. In fact, for some seniors, nighttime intake is linked to deeper sleep. Take the example of a patient. Robert Thompson from Denver, 72 years old, suffered from numbness in his legs. After 2 weeks of cobalamin before bed, his gait stabilized and he could walk without a cane. Now about the forms. Not all cobalamin is equally beneficial. For seniors, especially with stomach issues, the best is methylcobalamin, which the body uses immediately. The most effective are sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue, entering the blood, bypassing digestion. If you only take pills or multivitamins, the shortage might persist. How fast does it work? Seniors restoring cobalamin levels report better muscle control, quick nerve responses, and strong leg contractions within 10 to 14 days. In a clinical case from 2024 in PubMed, a senior unable to walk alone longer than 10 minutes regained full mobility after 6 weeks of daily cobalamin. This isn't miracles, but basic nutrition science. If legs feel tight, numb, or slow, if at night they twitch or during walking you feel unsteady, start with cobalamin. It's not just a supplement, but a signal. The longer nerves go without it, the harder to restore full power. And a fresh pilot project from 2024 on ResearchGate confirms that oral cobalamin enhances muscle function in seniors. Furthermore, a 2025 UCSF study found that even normal cobalamin levels might be insufficient, linking lower active levels to cognitive decline and white matter damage in older U.S. adults, which indirectly affects mobility. Moving to the second nutrient, which corrects leg weakness in just 2 weeks of bedtime use and spurs genuine muscle growth. Second place, cholecalciferol. This might surprise you. Many view cholecalciferol, or the sunshine nutrient, as good only for bones. But around 60 years, cholecalciferol becomes one of the body's most potent tools for safeguarding and building muscles, particularly in the legs. Without it before sleep, the recovery window is wasted. Why is this vital now? Most seniors are oblivious to cholecalciferol deficiency, and over 70% suffer from it. Science is clear. A shortfall in cholecalciferol directly causes leg weakness, delayed muscle repair, and more falls. Let's break it down. Cholecalciferol isn't just about calcium and sun. It directly impacts protein synthesis in muscles, meaning the creation and fixing of muscle fibers. Around 60, the ability to rebuild muscles after daily activities sharply declines. You might just walk around the house in Seattle and wake up sore. With low cholecalciferol, this process slows even more. Then sarcopenia begins, age-related muscle mass loss, hitting the legs first. Glutes, thighs, and calves thin out. Even if not visible right away, you feel it. Getting up is harder, stairs take longer, standing for long isn't appealing. The world shrinks. In a 2020 study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, seniors with low cholecalciferol taking supplements at night reduced falls by 34% and increased leg strength by 19% over 3 months. That's massive. Why? Cholecalciferol activates muscle receptors that trigger power and stability. These receptors are most active during deep sleep when growth hormone is released. Hence, before bed is the perfect time. Moreover, cholecalciferol reduces inflammation in muscle tissue. Nighttime burning in calves or deep thigh pain? It could be chronic microinflammation. Cholecalciferol regulates it. According to a 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging, seniors with cholecalciferol deficiency had twice as much nighttime leg pain and far less muscle regeneration. Participants taking cholecalciferol before bed improved walking speed and balance in 6 weeks, plus lessened pain. Take a patient, Susan Miller from Chicago, 68 years old, tormented by sarcopenia. After a month of cholecalciferol before bed, her legs strengthened and she could stroll in the park without fatigue. A fresh 2024 review from Frontiers in Nutrition affirms cholecalciferol's impact on muscle power in seniors. Additionally, a 2025 study from PubMed notes that combining cholecalciferol with exercise enhances skeletal muscle health, with U.S. data showing reduced fall risks in active seniors. Here many seniors err. They skip cholecalciferol or take it in the morning. But at night it syncs with the repair cycle. Then the true benefits show. Muscles build not in the gym or chores, but in sleep. And without cholecalciferol, they don't fix properly. Sun isn't the only source. After 60, skin produces 75% less cholecalciferol from the same sun exposure. Even daily walks in Phoenix might not suffice. Supplements are essential. Most seniors suit 2,000 to 4,000 international units of cholecalciferol at night for effect. Dosage depends on blood tests. Always choose cholecalciferol, not ergocalciferol. Take with a bit of fat, avocado, almond milk. Cholecalciferol doesn't disrupt sleep. Studies show it improves sleep by relaxing the nervous system and cutting nighttime cramps. If recovery is poor, it might be cholecalciferol shortage. If legs are stiff, strength doesn't return after exertion, gait slows, break this pattern, and muscles get fuel for healing. And 2025 data from PubMed underscore combining cholecalciferol with workouts for skeletal muscle wellness. A recent NPR report from December 2024 cautions that while cholecalciferol is key for health, it alone may not prevent all falls. But combined with others, it shows promise in U.S. preventative guidelines. But the most potent nutrient, the one most seniors don't even consider, it sustains not only power, but collagen repair, reactivates muscle memory, and reverses years of muscle loss even at 70. First place, menaquinone. Almost no seniors mention this nutrient, though it could be the most effective for rapidly returning leg power. Not phylloquinone from greens for blood clotting. This is menaquinone, restoring what aging steals from bones and muscles. If you're over 60 and legs are feeble, aching, or wobbly, knees creak when rising, or by lunch calves feel like rubber bands, the body likely starves for menaquinone. What does menaquinone do? It's the calcium dispatcher, directing it from arteries, joints, and soft tissues to bones where it belongs. Without menaquinone, calcium wanders, hardens vessels, accumulates in joints, densifies soft tissues. So seniors with low menaquinone often have stiff, painful legs and weak bones. Calcium goes astray. But few know. Menaquinone also activates genes for muscle repair. In a 2021 study from Nutrients, seniors given daily menaquinone saw quadriceps strengthen by 21% and standing balance improve by 31% in 8 weeks. This isn't doping, but muscle activation. Best results for those taking before bed, when muscles and bones mend faster. Menaquinone complements cholecalciferol. They're a team. Cholecalciferol brings calcium into blood. Menaquinone delivers to bones, not arteries or joints. Without menaquinone, cholecalciferol might harm, moving calcium unchecked. Thus, some seniors taking only cholecalciferol still have stiffness or worsening joint pain. Menanaquonin is the missing link almost always. Moreover, menanaquone boosts glucose metabolism in muscles and stimulates bone formation via osteocalcin protein. This matters for seniors with poor circulation, insulin resistance, or prediabetes. In a clinical trial from Aging and Disease, seniors with menanaquone improved blood sugar control and leg endurance in daily walks. Before bed, menanaquone aided nighttime glycogen replenishment in muscles, giving strong legs in the morning without fatigue or pain. Example, David Wilson from San Francisco, 75 years old, had osteoporosis and weakness. After 3 months of menanaquone with cholecalciferol, his bones densified, legs fortified, and falls stopped. A 2024 JAMA Internal Medicine study found menaquone reduces nocturnal leg cramps in older U.S. adults, cutting frequency and intensity significantly. The problem, menanaquone is scarce in modern food. It's in aged cheeses, meat, fermented foods like natto. Without regular intake, deficiency. Best to supplement with MK7, the most absorbable form of menanaquone, especially at night. MK7 lingers longer in the body, providing steady calcium regulation and muscle support overnight. Bones and muscles get the rebuild signal in sleep. Taking menanaquone before bed, like flipping on the body's healing mechanism. If you take cholecalciferol, menaquinone unlocks its true benefit. If legs are weak, stairs harder than before, or pains in knees and calves that weren't there a year ago, add menaquinone. If muscles don't recover, power doesn't return, legs lose to time, it's due to this nutrient. Fresh 2024 data from PMC confirm menaquinone is more effective than phylloquinone for bone mineral density and osteocalcin in middle-aged and seniors. A 2025 MIDI Health report notes combined D3 and K2 improve bone mass in postmenopausal women over a year. Now on how to smoothly introduce these 3 nutrients into your routine without overload or confusion. Consistency, form, and timing are key. Done right, and tonight you'll support sturdy legs. Start with cobalamin. Best form, sublingual methylcobalamin, since digestion weakens with age. Don't swallow, place under the tongue and let dissolve. Take at least 2 hours after dinner or 30 minutes before sleep, ideally without food. This allows direct absorption into blood without interference. Make it a ritual. Leave the bottle by your toothbrush or set a reminder. If new, begin with 1,000 micrograms daily. Monitor energy, balance, and sleep in coming weeks.
Next, cholecalciferol. Choose a soft gel capsule with at least 2,000 international units of cholecalciferol. This is the form the body makes from sun. Since cholecalciferol is fat-soluble, take in the evening with fat, a slice of cheese, spoonful of almond butter, handful of nuts. Avoid heavy food before bed. It slows uptake and disturbs sleep. Ideally, 20 to 30 minutes before sleep. Can pair with cobalamin. Don't complicate. Place the bottle by the bed or with evening tea. Example, Patricia Evans from Atlanta, 70 years old, combined cholecalciferol with cobalamin. In a month, cramps vanished, strength returned. Finally, add menaquinone, ideally 100 to 200 micrograms. Look for MK7. It stays active longer and complements cholecalciferol. Take with cholecalciferol at once. They work better together, especially at night when muscles and bones repair. No need for food, but a fatty snack aids absorption. If you take calcium daytime, menaquinone ensures proper distribution at night. If other meds, space nutrients an hour apart unless doctor says otherwise. Simplest, evening tray with 3 supplements, glass of water, maybe a journal or herbal tea. Key, regularity. These substances don't act instantly, but over days and weeks reboot the recovery system, restoring natural leg power from within. Recent CDC data from 2025 indicates that vitamin D deficiency affects bone health in older Americans, preventing osteoporosis, which ties into overall mobility. And so, with the bedtime routine, cobalamin under tongue, cholecalciferol, and menaquin with snack, time to go further.
Though nutrients are powerful, simple daytime rhythm changes will help the body absorb them better, rebuild quicker, and wake with sturdy legs sooner. I'll describe 3 extra habits that subtly speed everything without added pills or complex plans. First, mindful hydration, not just when thirsty. Many seniors underestimate how dehydration weakens legs. With low fluid, blood thickens, circulation slows, muscle cells poorly absorb nutrition, even with nutrients. Without water, cobalamin won't reach nerves, cholecalciferol won't distribute, menaquin won't move calcium. That dull ache in legs at night, not age, but possibly dehydration. Research from the Journal of Aging Research showed even mild dehydration cuts leg endurance by 14% and delays nighttime muscle recovery by hours. Don't gulp. Sip evenly, a glass every 90 minutes awake.
Add lemon or cucumber if water's boring. Stop an hour before bed to avoid disruption. Hydration is basic, but with nighttime nutrients, a secret weapon for sturdy, flexible legs. A 2024 Visual Capitalist chart reveals most Americans lack calcium and vitamin D, exacerbating deficiencies in seniors. Second, what and when you eat. If last supper is heavy, starchy, or sweet, body at night spends energy digesting, not repairing. After 60, evening digestion slows, and late rice, bread, or dessert quietly raises inflammation in legs, blocking cholecalciferol and menaquin benefits. Research from Clinical Nutrition found seniors with high glycemic dinner after 7 p.m. had twice the nighttime muscle stiffness and 38% worse nutrient uptake in sleep. Conclusion, keep dinner light. Palm-sized protein portion, grilled chicken or boiled egg, plus handful greens or steamed veggies. Give body 2 hours to process before supplements. This pause lets nutrients work in peace. You'll wake with less leg pain, plus better digestion and sleep. Third, most underrated, gently move legs before bed, consistently. Not workout, but circulation support. A few minutes of motion activates blood flow, helping cobalamin, cholecalciferol, and menaquin reach muscle tissue better. Less morning pain, more visible strength gains. Try, before bed, 10 seated leg lifts, ankle circles, or standing heel raises 10 times. These micro moves signal the nervous system that legs are active and ready for healing. A 2021 study in geriatric rehabilitation showed seniors with 5 minutes light leg movement before bed boosted nighttime lower limb blood flow by 22%, noted fewer cramps, stiffness, and better balance in 10 days. No equipment needed, chair, wall, or bed edge. These 3 steps, hydration, light dinner, 5 minutes movement, aren't magic. But with nighttime dose of cobalamin, cholecalciferol, and menaquinone, they create ideal conditions for true recovery, not temporary relief. Measurable changes. Thus, you take control of legs, power, and mobility, night after night. A 2025 Frontiers in Nutrition study links higher dietary vitamin D to improved cognitive and depressive symptoms in elderly, tying in to overall well-being. There you have it. 3 nutrients, 3 hidden shortages, 3 potent ways to quickly rebuild leg power without painkillers, extreme workouts, or risky drugs. Cobalamin fixes nerves and restores connection. Cholecalciferol nourishes muscle growth and quells inflammation. Menaquinone redirects calcium, activates muscle genes, and reverses years of hidden muscle destruction.
No hype, guesses, or useless capsules. Action based on science. And it starts tonight before bed, when the body is primed to rebuild. But without the right tools, it can't. My dear viewers, remember, all the information presented in this article is for informational and educational purposes only and cannot replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Before making any changes to your diet or starting vitamin supplements, be sure to consult with your treating physician. Do not engage in self-diagnosis. Weakness in the legs, numbness, or instability in gait may be symptoms not only of nutrient deficiencies, but also of serious diseases, such as neurological disorders, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, peripheral neuropathy. Vascular problems, atherosclerosis of lower limb arteries, venous insufficiency. Musculoskeletal conditions, osteoarthritis, spinal canal stenosis. Attempting to treat these conditions yourself with vitamins can lead to lost precious time and worsening of the illness. Only a doctor can conduct the necessary examination and make an accurate diagnosis. Be sure to consider interactions with medications. Vitamins, even the most harmless at first glance, are biologically active substances and can conflict with the medications you are taking.
Menaquinone and anticoagulants. This is the most critical interaction. Vitamin K is involved in blood clotting. Its intake is categorically contraindicated or requires strict medical supervision if you are taking blood-thinning drugs such as warfarin. This can negate the drug's effect and provoke blood clots. Cholecalciferol may interact with diuretics, water pills, antacids, and some heart medications. Always inform your doctor about all supplements you plan to take. Beware of overdose, hypervitaminosis. If water-soluble vitamins, like cobalamin, are relatively easily excreted from the body with urine, fat-soluble vitamins, cholecalciferol and menaquinone, tend to accumulate in fat tissue and the liver. Excess cholecalciferol is toxic and can lead to hypercalcemia, a dangerous condition where there is too much calcium in the blood. This causes damage to kidneys, vessels, and heart. Excess vitamin K, though rarer, can also have negative consequences. Never exceed the dosage recommended by your doctor. The optimal dose is selected individually, often based on blood test results. Your health is your greatest value. Please treat it responsibly.
If this information was useful to you and you want to receive more verified tips on how to maintain strength, health, and activity in mature age, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video.